I want to talk about deepfakes. This is an important component that we need to understand dealing with AI and education. So deepfakes here, we're talking about this aspect of it's a component within overall AI literacy that I put within knowledge, right? We have to have knowledge of what the AI is capable of. It's capable of all sorts of great things. It can do really powerful videos now that can be created. But the other thing we have to understand and we have to be aware of is having knowledge of some nefarious ways that the AI could be used. And one of those is deepfakes. Now, I want to share with you sort of an interesting situation that occurred to me. And some of you might have seen this video that I'm going to be referencing because it became somewhat viral. So my wife sent me a clip of just a video, and she said, "This is funny, check it out," right? The common thing. So I'm looking at this video and I'm going to play this clip for you so that we can discuss. All right, so here it is. The interesting thing about the situation that occurred to me with watching this video is I watched it. I didn't read anything, of course, even though it had some text there. I just watched it because I found it intriguing, and I watched it 2 or 3 times. It was a short video, but I couldn't get over how they were all crying. And I'm like, really? These are grown people and they're crying this much for a game? Now, I've been to some games as well. I don't really follow organized sports that much, but still, I was like, wow, this seems too much. It seems over the top. This wasn't a grand championship game or anything like that, but still, something made me think that this is a little bit more so than usual. So I watched it yet again. And then finally, I decided to read the actual text. And the text was talking about how, hey, this is actually a Snapchat filter. So then I finally realized that this was a fake video and that it was simply fans watching this game. But then on top of that was a filter for Snapchat, which is a communication video program. And so it was using an AI system to modify their face to make it look like they were actually crying when they weren't crying. So very humorous, very funny. That's why it went viral and everything. And I agree, it's somewhat hilarious. But the big thing to understand here is that this is giving us an example of the capabilities of AI right now. So this is real time. This was happening in real time because, again, they were in a stadium and this was a camera that was just going from different sections of the fans and applying this filter in real time. So it was instantly being seen on the Jumbotron, and that's what this clip is from. So they were able to see that. So it was occurring in real time. That's something for us to really be thinking about. And it really helps to increase this necessity that we need to ensure that all students now develop this critical awareness, develop this critical capability to know the capabilities of AI, to have knowledge about what what it could be used for. Now, this is just entertainment. This was funny, but it also brings up lots of different ethical things to consider. So again, we go back to critical thinking within AI literacy, critical things and ethical questions. Now, when you go to a basketball game or any type of game where there's media, usually in purchasing the ticket, there's some legal sort of realities that you agree to. There's ethical things going on there, right? Generally, you agree to have your photo taken. The cameras in there for the media are going to be going left and right. So you could be on camera. So you agree to that when you purchase the ticket. But I wonder if you also agree to having your face manipulated by AI. I don't think any of those fans agreed to that. I don't think they went in knowing, hey, my face is going to be manipulated. It's going to show an emotion that I'm not actually showing. And then it's going to be on the internet. It's going to go viral. Millions of people are going to see this. Millions of people are going to see me expressing an emotion that isn't real. So there's ethical questions to think about. Again, I understand this is simply entertainment, but let's think about this applied in different ways, in other ways. Here recently in the United States, in Hollywood, there was a big strike going on by actors who who said that AI was taking over and their images and personas were being manipulated by AI when they didn't give proper consent for that to happen. They weren't being compensated for that. So here we have some similar aspects going on here. So these are ethical questions that we really need to be thinking about. These are good ethical questions that we should be asking our students about as well. This could make for great discussion to really be thinking about this and then understanding, well, what is okay, what isn't okay? What as a society should we allow? Should we even allow someone to say, oh yeah, you can totally manipulate my face, you can totally manipulate my character. I fully allow that. Should that even be allowed? Should, as a society, should we have laws against that, regulations, policies? These are important questions that we really need to be asking. We need to be at the forefront of that. We need to be proactive in asking these type of questions, because although this is an entertainment simple application, this is going to go more and more, and this could be applied in many different ways, some of them very, very nefarious. Now, of course, we have elections coming up, not just in the United States, but throughout the world. More people will be actually voting this year than ever in history. So being able to apply this type of technology to all sorts of different campaigns, uh, different ways of having people see the candidate or even an opposition candidate, these things are all going to come into play. I plan to do more videos dealing specifically with elections here in the future as we get closer to these elections, but we need to start thinking about that. So these are important questions that academics need to be thinking about, that we should be discussing, that we should be bringing up to our students, because everyone in society really needs to develop these AI literacy skills so that they know what the AI is capable of. You can see how this alters reality because this was happening in real time. So we need to have this capability. We need to teach this capability to our students so that they maximize AI literacy, so they start to think differently. Whenever you see anything on your phone, whenever you see any type of digital representation, whether that's text, audio, video, we can't just rely on it. We have to have this thought process now that, oh, it's a digital something. I will need to verify. I will need to check. I will need to look at other sources. I need to be sure that I read what's accompanying it, because maybe it'll tell me right there, oh yeah, this is fake, or hey, this is a filter, or hey, this is just for humorous things. So reading is going to be an important thing, but then also verifying, checking it. What's the source? Where did this come from? What is the internet talking about dealing with this? Are there news sources that are addressing this? Again, lots of different things that we need to really start to apply, and we need to teach our students to do this. We need to teach our students critical thinking. Again, critical thinking is another component of AI literacy, right? We need to have the knowledge, but we need to also have that critical thinking. So this awareness, this understanding, all these components. That's why AI literacy is so important, and we must continually to push that, develop that within ourselves, and ensure that we're developing that to the utmost within our students. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share so that we can all develop our capabilities and learn from one another. All right, thank you. And remember, learning is for life.